I'm back. Anyway, this is cooking down really good. Let me show you a quick grill right here. Now, I didn't mention a couple things because this is the way the videos go. Don't skim it. Most people, they want you to skim it through as it boils. Don't. Because what's going to end up happening is you're going to end up losing a cup and a half of broth. And that cup and a half of broth is to me, that's valuable. That's something you can use for something else. It's like, don't skim it, because it'll all come up to the surface. You'll see when I show you how to skim it. So let me take it apart. So we're gonna get a bowl and let's use my tongs. Got a lot of stuff on the table here. So you're going to need a strainer, which I got a big one, because I use all the time, and it's got a little bit of water in it. The pan. So let's get rid of these. Well, not get rid of them. Let's take out the mushrooms. Here's the nice pieces of chicken. Here's a carrot you want to keep. Another piece of chicken. So, and I also keep the garlic. Cooked garlic in there. I find those. And just help if I turn this off because it's done. So here's the other piece of chicken. Okay. Another piece of garlic. Another yummy mushroom. Okay, let's set that over here. And as you can see, here's the tortillas I made. Yummy. So I'll put those back over there. And we got a pot. So what we're going to do is, or what I do, it doesn't fit the whole thing, but put it halfway in. Make sure if these are hot, use pot holders, but they're not that hot for me, so just pour it slowly. Real slowly. Oh, okay. The carrot is made it splatter a little bit, but that's going to happen when you cook. Nothing is going to go as planned, so, but that's just to get all the good broth out of there. Okay, now I'm going to pour that back into the pot and put this in the sink. And I can get this later, so it's not that big of a deal. And okay, so here we have a good amount of broth, and there is oil, there's fat on top, which you skim off with a spoon. This can stay out for about an hour. That's the minimum for let it cool down. Or you can get a big bowl. I usually get a big bowl that's deeper than this dish. Stick ice cubes in it. Stick this in it. Put ice cubes, water, and it'll cool it down even faster. So we're going to set this aside, but this is great because this can be made into soup. This can be made into gravy. So you got two meals. One, quesadillas, or you can, depending on how much meat you use, and the other soup, gravy. So it's like you split one packet of meat into two separate meals. And that's what you want. You want to get the most out of the package of meat. So we're going to move over here. And this is how I shred right off the bone. See that? We're not going to use the bones, but let me put this up a little bit. So what I've done is I've gotten a piece of wax paper on the cutting board. Because you know how slimy that gets. I love my cutting board. This is my baby. And really filling it. So put one piece on there, and there's the meat you want. Oh, that's really nice. So peel that off. Wow, that's really, really good. Now, what I like to do is not burn my fingers, is to get all the meat I can off this. And I should have another fork while I'm at this, because when you have two forks are better than one. So here we go. Just pull it apart so that way you don't burn your fingers. And you get all that meat off. Okay. So basically now we have our meat. Nice and cooked, tasty. Over here. And we're going to go for it first. Got a little water in there. I guess that's for the soup, but that's okay. And where's my rag? My rag is disappeared. Well, next best thing. Don't tell anyone, but I used a coffee strainer. So have to go to the store and pick up some supplies. So it's our secret coffee strainer. Okay, get that back up to low. Hope it's on low. And what we're gonna do is, I'm trying to speed this up here. Tortilla. Blah. And I like using cheese. I can't get it out. I have a problem with getting things out. Cheese. My brain is farting again. Yellow cheese. I'm just gonna call it yellow cheese. I think you guys get the idea. It's it's a yellow block of cheese. That's what we're gonna call it. I'm having a brain fart. I have a lot of brain farts, but that's just me. So put this on the pan. Sprinkle cheese. The optimal thing to do is, I'm speeding this up, but take all the chicken out, let it cool down for a while, take all the meat off, put all the meat in one area, and make your quesadilla that way. So we're gonna put that on there. Let's get that lid back, and we're gonna want to melt the cheese. That's the first part of it, is melt the cheese, but not burn the tortilla like I did last time. And we're not gonna burn the tortilla. Okay, and then with this, we're gonna chop it up a little bit. And again, it's okay for the soup to be out for an hour. If you're doing other things, it's perfectly fine, because I have a hungry husband in the background, and I gotta make him a quesadilla. See? I slur words. Quesadilla. Don't ask me where that came from, but it's quesadilla. So. Or let's just put up a little bit higher, because this is gonna be like making scrambled eggs. It's melting. But we need to do it a little bit faster. Okay. Put your chicken on top. Spread it around. You can see that. Yeah, let me get the soup out of the way. And the soup I made, that can be, let's move this over here. I have a really small kitchen, so that's okay. So let's move that over here. Actually, no, let's move it right back over. That's where the heat is. Duh. Okay, so that's gonna start to melt. Grab another tortilla. Now try to, they're all different sizes. Try just to match them up. That's the best thing I do. Get a little bit more cheese, put it on top. Now that cheese on the bottom is starting to melt really nice. And by putting the cheese on top, it acts like a glue to the tortilla. Push that down. Get your scoop, and now you're going to want to flip it. So take it under the whole thing, hold the top. And what I do, tilt the pan, that's the trick. And a little stuff might fly up, but that's okay. So, where's the lid? Put the lid back on. Putting the lid back on helps it cook faster. And I'm going to put this right back in here, because there's still a lot of good meat on it. And there's a lot of fat, but we're not going to keep that. Take the chicken bits, put that back in. And again, you can chop up the carrots, put the garlic in, and keep the celery, chop the celery up. And you have, now see how easy this is? Clean board. A little bit on there, but not bad. Not as bad as it would be. This gets really slimy. I don't like a slimy cutting board. Okay, let's see how our, and when you lift it up, it should be all gooey inside. It should be all the cheese is melted. And let's turn it up a little bit. Now you can turn it up to about 4 to get it crispy. Because you want to melt the cheese, and then when the cheese is melted, then that's when you want to make this nice and crispy on the outside. Okay, there's the plates. This is the fun part, is waiting and waiting and waiting. And believe me, this goes a lot, it seems a lot slower when you're on video, because it's like when you're cooking, you're doing stuff. And so this is a little bit nerve-wracking for me. I'm like, cook, faster. Okay. Now it's all, I don't know if you can see that, it's all nice and, yeah, it's done. Okay, we're going to shut that off. Slide it onto your cutting board that's not sticky or gooey. Get your knife that's hiding. Cut it like a pizza. And you get little bite-sized pieces. And you can serve this with salsa, avocado, and voila. See right there? Nice little tortillas with like that. Okay, come and get it. Well, this is going to disappear into someone's stomach. So here you go.
Hi, it's going to disappear into my stomach.
Okay, toodles.